welcome to Top Stories today. The Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Tarid Labaja, has reassured Nigerians that his service personnel are determined to eradicate terrorists, bandits and other threats. Israel's military says it has pulled out of Al-Shifa hospital in Gaza City after a 2-week military operation that has destroyed much of the hospital complex. Ahead of the highly anticipated clash between Nigeria and South Africa for a spot at the women's football event of the 2024 Olympics in Paris, Super Falcons camp opened on Sunday with the Nigerian Football Federation announcing that Asisat Oshola is not expected until Thursday. Welcome to News Hour this hour. With me, Chioma Victor on TV Sapiencia. The news in full. We begin in security, where the Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Tarid Labaja, has reassured Nigerians that his service personnel are determined to eradicate terrorists, bandits and other threats. The Army Chief added that he was determined to bring peace to the country. Nigeria is battling security challenges ranging from terrorism, banditry to kidnapping. In his Easter message on Sunday, the Army Chief noted that the service had recorded a lot of successes in the ongoing operations against terrorism and banditry, among others. Labaja stated that he had provided the needed training and resources for his men to tackle insecurity ravaging the country. Away from security in education, the Registrar Joint Admissions and Matriculation Board, Professor Ishaq Oloyede, has described Nigerians as religious people who are not necessarily godly. According to him, many Nigerians shun hard work but turn to prayers thinking being religious will guarantee them results. Oloyede called on Nigerians to harness the vast endowments of the country to turn its situation around. He said Nigerians should, for instance, exploit the country's agricultural potential, noting that Nigeria was endowed with vast arable land, water and weather suitable for different crops across different regions. The JAMB Registrar made a call in a lecture titled Duties of Muslim Citizens in National Development, which he delivered on Saturday in Ikole Ekiti, Ekiti State, during the first Are Suleiman Afolabi Ogunlaya Ramadan lecture organized by a House of Representatives member, Akin Rotimi. In a bid to address the concerns over oil exploration activities, Anambra State House of Assembly has received a comprehensive oversight report from the House Committee on Petroleum and Mineral Resources over the alarming issues surrounding the operations of steering oil exploration and energy production company SEPCO in Ogwipele community in Obaru local government area of Anambra State. The oversight report was presented to the House by the committee chairman, Honorable Chidebele Ibemeka, during a plenary session. Speaking to journalists after presenting the report, Honorable Ibemeka, representing Njikoka Constituency 1, highlighted numerous grievances expressed by the host community and concerns over the company's operations, such as disregard to the host community rights and their involvement and in economic sabotage. He expressed dismay over the company's failure to employ at least one Onyanambra and fulfill any form of corporate social responsibilities despite flourishing business operations, and noted that during the oversight visit, the committee's investigation unearthed numerous violations of both the Petroleum Industrial Act and the regulations of operations in the state. Honorable Ibemeka revealed that the company had sought approval through a sister company to lay 18 inches pipes from Imo State through Anambra to Delta, but it was discovered that the company had already started laying pipes without approval of right-of-way. The lawmaker expressed regret over the company's disregard for environmental impact assessments and public safety, such that their high level of gas flare has made members of the host community to vacate their ancestral home. Of course, we keep following on this news and we'll keep updating you. As Christians all over the world commemorated the Easter celebration yesterday, the Speaker of the House, Anambra State House of Assembly, Right Honorable Somtochukwu has urged them to imbibe the lessons of sacrifice, love and peace that the death and resurrection of Jesus Christ signify. In his Easter message on behalf of the state legislature, Right Honorable Udeze noted that Easter offers Nigerians the opportunity to reflect on their lives, adding that the observation of the 40 days of Lent reinvigorates the spiritual growth of Christians and God's amazing grace for the salvation of mankind. The speaker maintained that Easter gives Christians the divine power to appreciate the truth that Christ's dying moment on the cross gave Christians the greatest illustration of forgiveness, faith and belief necessary for their Christian living. He enjoined political office holders and other leaders in various fields to take a cue from the selflessness and sacrifice made by Jesus Christ for the salvation of mankind by eschewing all forms of political, socio-economic and religious vices in the interest of peace and progress of the country. The Archbishop of Onitsha, His Grace, the Most Reverend Dr. Valerian M. Okeke, has said that the death and resurrection of Jesus Christ is a great hope for eternity to the people of God. He made this known when he celebrated Easter with the inmates of Onitsha Federal Correctional Center, adding that Jesus Christ has defeated the power of death and resurrected as he promised his apostles. Hence, the Archbishop advised Christians to focus on things of heaven so that the power of resurrection will influence their lives. Recall that the Most Reverend Okeke's visit to Correctional Center is 3 times a year, during which he meets with the inmates, prays for them, blesses them, and admonishes them with words of encouragement. Appreciating Archbishop Okeke, Mr. Peter Obi, the 2023 Labour Party presidential candidate, noted that what the Archbishop is performing in the Correctional Center is quite enormous, saying that it is more than evangelism, even as he encouraged the inmates to constantly pray for Nigeria. While articulating his sentiments of gratitude, the chaplain of St. Maximilian Kolbe Chaplaincy Federal Correctional Center, Onitsha, Reverend Father Bartholomew Opalugu, extolled the Archbishop Okeke in a special way for his frequent visits to the prisoners, as well as all his transformation strides in the prison yard. Also at the event was Speaker of Anambra State House Assembly, Right Honorable Somto Udeze, among others, and numerous other well-wishers. Away from that right now, away from Anambra State and Nigeria, Israel's military says it has pulled out of Al-Shifa Hospital in Gaza City after a 2-week military operation that has destroyed much of the hospital complex. According to the Israel Defense Forces, the troops killed terrorists and found numerous weapons and intelligence documents in the area. The raid happened after Israel said it had intelligence indicating Hamas was using the hospital as a base to launch attacks. Hamas denies using medical sites to carry out military operations. Heavy fighting has been reported around the hospital, the largest in Gaza in recent weeks. Away from Israel and Hamas troubles, Turkey's main opposition party has claimed big election victories in the main cities of Istanbul and Ankara. The results are a significant blow for Recep Tayyip Erdogan, who had hoped to regain control of the cities less than a year after he claimed a 3rd term as president. He led a campaign to win in Istanbul, where he grew up and became mayor. But Ekrem İmamoğlu, who first won the city in 2019, scored a second victory for the secular opposition CHP. Mr. Erdogan had vowed a new era in Turkey's megacity of almost 16 million people, but the incumbent mayor of Istanbul secured more than 50% of the vote, defeating the president's AK party candidate by more than 11 points and almost 1 million votes. This was also the first time since Mr. Erdogan came to power 21 years ago that his party was defeated across the country at a ballot box. Away from Turkey, a mysterious illness that has affected U.S. diplomats in recent years has been linked to a Russian intelligence unit. Personnel stationed around the globe with Havana syndrome have reported unexplained symptoms such as dizziness. They may have been targeted by Russian sonic weaponry, according to a joint investigation by the Insider, Der Spiegel, and CBS 60 Minutes. Moscow has denied any involvement, and U.S. officials have said it is unlikely a foreign power is to blame. But in the assessments of anomalous health incidents delivered last year, they did not give any alternative explanation. In sports right now, ahead of the highly anticipated clash between Nigeria and South Africa for a spot at the women's football event of the 2024 Olympics in Paris, Super Falcons camp opened yesterday Sunday with the Nigeria Football Federation announcing that Asisat Oshola is not expected until Thursday. According to the media team of the NFF, captain and Atletico Madrid forward Rashidat Ajibade will be among the early birds as the team begins preparation for the game against the Bayana. The two teams, arguably the best women football squads on the African continent, will battle in a two-legged affair as they battle for one of the two tickets from Africa for Paris 2024 Olympics women's football. The first leg of the encounter will take place at the Moshood Abiola National Stadium, Abuja, on Friday, while the return leg is scheduled for the Loftus Veerfield Arena in Pretoria 5 days later. This is us wishing the Super Falcons a success. Away from that, Nigeria Premier Football League champions Enyimba lost the Abia State FA Cup title against local rivals Abia Warriors yesterday Sunday following a 4-2 defeat on penalties after regular time ended 1-1. While Bendel Insurance claimed the title in Edo State with a 3-1 win over One Star FC. Abia Warriors took the lead in the 38th minute of the game, but despite Joseph Atule's second half equalizer, Enyimba crumbled in the shootout. In Lagos, Nigeria National League side Ikorodu City FC won the State FA Cup for the second consecutive time after beating Inter Lagos 2-0 at the Mobolaji Johnson Arena, Onitsha, Lagos, on Sunday, just as Remo Stars, a feeders team, Beyond Limits also claimed the Ogun State FA Cup with a 3-2 win over Stormers FC in Abeokuta. AC Milan manager Stefano Pioli and winger Rafael Leo have both heaped praises on Nigerian international Samuel Chukwueze following his impressive display in the club 2-1 win over Fiorentina at the weekend Saturday, despite not getting on the score sheet. The game at the Artemio Franchi in Furnese was one of Nigeria's best performances since joining the Italian giant from Villarreal in the summer. Chukwueze had 44 touches, made 2 key passes, created 1 big chance, and had a headed effort on target that was superbly saved by goalkeeper Pietro Terracciano, denying the Super Eagles star a chance of getting among the score sheet. Apart from his efforts in attack, the 24-year-old put up a performance worth of praise in the defense. It was a drama-filled fight morning in Abuja on Sunday, laced with mixed feelings as Cameroon's Octave Ayinde defeated Nigeria's Vincent Ebenezer Event Mencard. This was after Nigeria's Yahaya Yahuza had defeated Christopher Moali of DR Congo in the 84-kilogram weight class. A total of 16 fighters logged it out for honor and glory in 8 blockbuster bouts at the MO Arena, Abuja. The Abuja Mixed Martial Fight, that's the Martial Art Fight Night, was organized by Akala Spirit of the Warrior in collaboration with the Nigerian Mixed Martial Arts Federation. All right, with that story, we wrap it up on this hour's News Hour. Let's take a quick reminder of our top stories. The Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Tarid Labaja, has reassured Nigerians that the service personnel are determined to eradicate terrorists, bandits, and other threats. Israel's military says it has pulled out of Al-Shifa Hospital in Gaza City after a 2-week military operation that has destroyed much of the hospital complex. Ahead of the highly anticipated clash between Nigeria and South Africa for sport at the women's football event of the 2024 Olympics in Paris, Super Falcons camp opened yesterday Sunday, with the Nigeria Football Federation announcing that Asisat Oshola is not expected until Thursday. That's it on News Hour this hour. On behalf of the entire editorial news and production crew, my name is Choma Vicchukwemeka. Stay with us here on TV Sapienza. We have other programs to ensure that you are glued and entertained this Easter Monday. Kindly be security conscious, be on the alert. Anything you do, ensure you have a smashing Monday and a productive week ahead of you. And be on the right path of the law. Once again, happy Easter to you. I'll return at exactly 4 p.m. with another live news hour. Stay with us. Good afternoon.